Hello, Will here, and today we are back in Skyrim, and we are going to be looking at, a bunch of like smaller kind of mods, a smaller slice of, well, I say slice of life, they're not slice of life, but they're like little small ones, and don't take a lot of space and memory space and all this and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we got one which I'm about to show you in a second, which is this one here. We also have one. Well, it's part of a series, but I'm gonna show you like a few different examples of it. But it's part of a long series of mods, and we're going to be also looking at a update that I released for my weapons pack about a couple of weeks ago, a week ago or so, something like that, about that long ago. I'm just gonna be featuring that, sort of showing off, just in case if you haven't had the weapons pack before, or if you have it, you just haven't updated it or weren't quite sure what the update was. But that would be at the end of the video, so we're going to leave that one for the end. But the first one we're going to look at is Helgen Armory Anniversary Edition by the 13th Zodiac. Now, I haven't read the full description on this, exactly what it is. I know some basic bits. So it was explaining that there are some weapons that were replicas that have been created that are based off the weapons from either the DLC or from any of the Creation Club mods, but they're not enchanted, so then you can enchant them yourself. You are also going to have to excuse dead people. Unfortunately there were people down there and I had to murder them. So yeah, with this one, all DLCs, which pretty much basically everyone has at this point, and all of the Creation Club mods are apparently needed to be installed for this one to work. Alright, careful with that dead person. So yeah, so you're gonna need all the Creation Club stuff, this, that, and the other, general stuff. And basically, I think it takes out over a large chunk of the Helgen Armory. Yeah, so sort of this space over here, which normally doesn't really have anything in it, now has stuff in it. Got the hood up now, so we can actually see what is what. So I'm not going to go look at every single detail. I'll let you lot sort of do that in your own time, but I'm going to have a little quick general overlook and just to see what there is. Obviously you got your normal smelting. Well, I say normal smelting pot. It's not normally like that, but you got a smelting pot apparently. So that does basically, literally, as it says, smelting. So boosh. Smithing supplies. So it looks like it's giving you a bunch of stuff at the beginning. So it's big. So it does appear like this is like a cheat mod, but it isn't. So it's giving you a bunch of stuff for crafting, but it's only giving you 5 of like each item kind of thing. So it's not giving you so much that you can just literally create everything straight away. It's only literally just giving you just 5. Now purple, that I don't know what that's from. That might be something to do with this. That might be from something else. That could actually be from another mod, the Lakeview Manor mod that I looked at last week, or a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was. Yeah, so so you do have a bunch of it, but it's not so much that it's just ridiculous, because it's only 5 of each item. You got your rubber, cooking pot, alchemy lab, arcane enchanter, and enchantments. So you can so it looks like with this, you can either just take the magic items, and then there you go, or it's so like you can basically disenchant this all at the beginning. It's entirely up to you, I suppose. So you can either take it or disenchant it. And you got alchemy recipes and ingredients, potions. You got your soul gems that you need for the enchanting, just in case you want to enchant things afterwards. You got, obviously it looks like in here, you got all the skill books. I'm not going to spend ages reading all of them. But you can tell if it's a skill book because of its price. So yeah, it's like looks like all skill books. Then you got a whole bunch of scrolls and stuff like this. That's a weird looking spider, isn't it? Anyway, and common, but so it does give you like all the stuff as well at the beginning. Again, it is a cheat mod, so it is kind of a situation of do as you will with it, kind of thing. Got your workbench, Christo. Profits. Okay, that's a lot of money. I will take it, and then I will bank it. Read replicant recipes. So yeah, there is meant to be a bunch of kind of like replicas that you can create. I think this dude actually had one actually. So for example, you got bow shadows. That's obviously from one of the creation clubs. I can't remember which one, unless it is literally called bow shadows. But if not, I can't remember which one it is. But as you can see, it is, it's basically it's bow shadow. It just doesn't have its enchantment. So therefore, then you can put what enchantment you actually want on it, rather than it being like stuck with that particular enchantment. And then you got a whole bunch of stuff here, jewelry. I'm not worried about that, man. So, and you got all this here. So I think this stuff here is going to be like literally. No. So you got. Oh man, mace, dragonbone mace. Yeah. So it does look like it's the one-handed weapons of basically everything, but it's one of each. Blah 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 blah. So if you wanted to kit yourself out at the beginning, bosh, sorted, And yeah. Again. Cheat mod, so what are you going to expect? So yeah, if you just want to basically get a quick start, sorting out for yourself, and a floating dog, apparently. But yeah, if you want to basically just get something that's a quick start, but has literally, as far as I can tell, basically pretty much everything, or the basics of what you need. So also, I don't think there's there might be some specific items not here, like for example, skeleton key, for example. Because I can't see anything here to give any indication that it would be here. I mean, apart from potentially replicas. But that looks more like it's just the actual things. I don't know why that's got to be a replica or that's got to be a replica. I'm pretty sure that's not normally enchanted, but I might be wrong. but blah blah blah, all that stuff. So yeah, there might be like some basic items missing, like the skeleton keys and stuff like that potentially. But in the ways of like armors and weapons and stuff like that stuff's kind of here. And yeah, and it's for the base game as well as all the DLC and all of the Creation Club stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. That one is pretty simple, nice and easy. Bosh, easy to get to, and you can come to this place at any time. Beginning of the game, end of the game, middle of the game, left of the game, right of the game, any time in the game. Alright, but that is the Helgen Armory Anniversary Edition. Again, done by the 13th Zodiac. And as always, there will be a link in the description below if you want to have a look at this one yourself, or add it to your mod list, or whatever. Do what you do. And in ways of how this mod works, do as you please. Alright, trying to get onto the next lot of mods. I can't get my English out. Which is part of a series of mods. And first, we are going to go. Place is we are going to the right run just to show it off. So I'll see you all in the right run. Alright, and here we are with mod number 2, which is, well, simply called City Trees. But to sort of elaborate, the series is called City Trees. Okay, I'm calling this series because there's a whole bunch of them, basically. But it's called City Trees, and it's done by Rogue Unicorn. And the reason why it's a series is because it does this, which is basically adds in trees. It's a simple premise, adds in a bunch of trees, but it adds it into like a lot of them like main cities and stuff like that. So there's Whiterun, Morrickstead, Riverwood, Solitude, Riften, so on and so on. You know, pretty self-explanatory. And I'm just gonna like obviously show like this to show you like a couple of examples. Now I know there's been a bunch of mods before that have added trees into like some of the cities, like just added a bit more trees. This one seems to need quite a lot. Not like that's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad that there's like a whole bunch of trees and there's lots of trees. It's just that I've seen somewhere it's been a lot of trees. There's somewhere it's been only just like a few trees dotted here, there, and everywhere, kind of thing. This one looks like it's quite a fair few, which I quite like because they always did seem like a little bit lifeless. You know, yeah, you had like a tree here and a tree there, and some plants here and a plant there, but it always seemed a bit lifeless. At least this gives it a little bit more life, which I like. It's good. I can't argue with it. Especially like this bit. This area here seems much more like alive now. Whereas before it was a bit like, well, vanilla wise, it's a bit but now it gets a bit more life, and it's nice. I like how they've done it. I know it's only a simple premise, but I like it. It's good. Alright, but I'm not going to just show off this one because I need to have a look at the other couple of other ones that I've done. Just to see if they are to the same kind of quality or the same kind of standard, or if they're a bit more simplified. I'll have to go and have a look. So next one we're going to go to is we're actually going to go pop over to Riverwood. So I'll see you lot in Riverwood. Alright, and here we are in Riverwood. Obviously Riverwood's going to be, I'm not going to say so much more simplified, but it looks like the main focus over here, they haven't really done anything by the looks of it. So obviously their main focus has been around this part here. Sort of the main bulk of the village. Over there it's been left alone, but it kind of makes sense. It's a lumber mill. We've chopped them all down. And yeah, but that's the thing. They've done the job well enough that it kind of basically looks like that's how it should have been in the first place. I know. I think I can't remember if I got another one mixed in with this. I think there's one that I can't remember if it's called. It's like, I'll put it at the top of the screen. It's like immersive trees or something like that. I can't remember if that also adds like a couple of extra trees and plants here and there into some of the places. So they might be mixing together. I'm not 100% sure. You sort of like don't quote me on that. If not, then yeah, again, it's another good job. You know, gosh, I like this. It's gonna stay. Same with the white one. That's gonna stay. So we're gonna look at one more. Just get another, get a nice, good catalogue taster of them. We're gonna go have a look at the capital city of Solitude. Alright, so I do believe with Solitude, I did see like a picture of it in the screenshot. I think Solitude, obviously, it's a little bit more kind of like numbed down, or at least in this first bit it is. I mean, yeah, you got some good plants going here, nice bit of colour, which is always good. It makes it look a heck of a lot better. And so but obviously most of the bulk work is over here. Now, especially with that bit, because that bit was, unless you had certain mods that made changes in Solitude, that bit was always kind of pointless. There was like nothing there, and it's like there was a massive empty space. It's like, why? But now it's been utilised for plants. And yeah, so it obviously carries on down here. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, tra la la la. So yeah, I might actually put in the rest. I'm not going to show off the rest in the video, but I might actually just I like the work that they've done. It looks good. I'm gonna add some more at some point to make my game look a bit better. It's not a complicated one, it's not anything like that, it's just that it adds just some more trees in. That is it. Simple as. Trees and plants, nice. But obviously it is to say, now I've just realised it with this, but you know, I might have to turn the Solitude one off though, that's the only problem. But that's fine. Is it? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. That one. But it is obviously safe to say that if you have mods that make any changes to the cities or towns or anything like that, or little villages, if you have any mods that make large alterations to them, there is a chance that there will be collisions or things would sort of collide with one another. So, for example, I got the bank here, which is a mod that I made, and as you can see, there's a tree growing in it, sort of thing, you know. So I now have to decide: do I get rid of the city trees of this, or do I get rid of the bank? You know, blah 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 blah. So it is safe to say, if you got anything that makes any major alterations to towns and villages, there is a chance that you might get some trees and stuff sort of colliding with other objects. So just bear that in mind. But that's it for this one. You know, this little taster, little example of what there is. And yeah, so these have been part of City Trees by Rogue Unicorn. Now I'm not gonna put in a link to all of them, because that'll just take me 1,000 years. Well, I'll say it's 1,000 years, not going to take me that long. But I'm not gonna do all of them. I will put a link of like I'll at least put a link to one of these in. I'll probably do the white one because that's a place that a lot of people tend to heavily mod or want to heavily mod for some reason. I don't know why people love white ones so much. But either way, I'll leave a link for that one. But after that, it's simple. All you'll have to do is literally you just need to go to the search. You just need to go to the search bar, put in City Trees, and I'm pretty sure they'll all show up. But if you're not totally sure by the picture, you're just looking for the mod author of Rogue Unicorn, then you know that's the one. Right, that's it for this one. We're going to go on to the final mod of the video, which is my own one, but it's from a slightly older one. It's basically the Adventure Weapon Pack version 1. Basically, I'm going to just want to show off the update that came out for it not too long ago, and what it adds, just in case you're curious about it, or weren't aware about it, or if you're sort of first time you're hearing about the mod itself. So, I will see you where I need to be shortly. Here we are with the final, I say mod, this is more an update to a mod rather than an actual mod, but basically the last segment of the video, which is basically the Adventures Weapon Pack version 1, basically just going through the what was dubbed the Azerite update, and basically what it does, what it adds, bada bing bada boom. Now, just to tell a bit of backstory, if you haven't heard the Adventures Weapon Pack before, or not totally sure what it is, it's a mod that I created a little while ago. It's been updated a couple of times, and it's basically what it does. It just adds in a bunch of new weapons and armors that you can craft, find, buy, and from you can now buy them from any blacksmith. Originally it was only from one area, but now you can buy them from all blacksmiths. And basically it just adds in a bunch of new weapons and armors that are sort of more akin to being kind of balanced for the game, apart from specific types of ones. But you know, it's trying to be a bit more immersive. And basically, the last update, which I dubbed the Azerite update, added basically in a whole new material that you could create, which was called Azerite. And basically, you could create a whole. It's acting like it's a whole new sort of thing, like how you have ebony and you have glass, dwarven. It's a whole new its own thing of that. Except that you need the Daedric Smithing perk to be able to make them. If you don't have the Daedric Smithing perk, you can't make it, basically, because its stats are, in the ways of its armor rating or the damage that the weapons do, is the same as Daedric, basically. So it's a Daedric version, but in light armor instead. But there's a couple of bits and pieces about it as well that also have to be taken into consideration. The first thing is that it does add in a new mine. You got Malario's Azerite mine, because you got a whole new material. Now, obviously, with the whole new material, it is not just ingots, which you got here, refined Azerite, but ore as well. You got a whole new set of ore, ingots. You can craft the ingots, and you can craft the ingots by getting the ore, blah blah blah. You can mine ore, which is in there, by the removing it. You know, it works in exactly the same way as any normal smithing material. But you got this little building here. So we got this building, and we got that cave over there. So obviously the cave is where you're going to find the Azerite ore, and in here is the only place where you can buy the Azerite material or the actual Azerite items. Only place you can buy them. You can't buy them anywhere else. This is the only place, which is Milario's shop, basically. So if you want to buy them, you got to come here. And obviously it's just here, which is basically, it's north of Whiterun. The map marker here, it's on there straight away, so you don't have to go and spend ages trying to find it or anything like that. As soon as you download the mod, it's ready for fast travel, so you can fast travel there straight away. So we're going to have a little look inside there, and then we'll have a little look inside the mine, and then bosh, we're going to be done. Alright. Here we are, we're Milario's workshop. And here is Milario herself. Now, you can see everything is technically stealable. It says steal. So you will get into trouble if you steal the items. So don't go stealing the items, don't be an asshole. Just pay Milario for the items. But as you can see, we've got armor on display, you got boots on display, you got the weapons on display, you got a bunch of other stuff, you got tools you can use, which obviously you'll see Milario using anyway. But I mean, with a boot.
Yes.
Are you open? Yeah. Are you open? Oh, you might not be open yet. That's probably why. So I'm pretty sure I set up Milario here to be sort of like.
Need something?
I might have to leave your shop and come back in, possibly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. Alright, you saying that?
Need something?
There you go. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, I think she functions for selling between 8 AM and 8 PM, like the other general shops as well.
Take a look.
So she'll work in. I'm pretty sure I've done it as for 8 AM to 8 PM, like basically any of the other shops. Now another thing that she does actually also sell, apart from obviously some of the basic stuff, normal stuff, is she does also sell the items from the original weapons and stuff. from the from when the mod was first created. So you can technically come to Malaria here and you can just buy everything straight off the bat. So, but as you can see, we got Azurite battle axe, bow, crossbow. So you do need the crossbow pack to get this to work. There is also the Imperial Dragon's armor's cloaks, so you will need that as well for it to work. If you don't have those, you're not going to get this mod to work. So we're gonna. I got how much? Oh, okay. I got 21 grand. So we're gonna say we'll buy war axe and we'll buy, I don't know, sword. There we go. And she's got a whole lot of other stuff. We're not going to look at everything, otherwise we'll be here forever. She does also have the armors as well as the Azurite stuff. And that's where the normal kind of stuff. But she does also have these cloaks, which were added in with the Azurite update. You know, we'll have a look at the blue cloak, black cloak. And we'll also look at the red cloak. But yeah, so she's got all the armors and stuff like that. She does also sell like some of the newer ones as well, like the Kanazawa steel armor, which I don't think anyone else sells these. I think she's the only one who I've given it to sell. But as you can see, it's expensive to sell. But you can make this, or you can find it, so you're probably better off just doing that, to be honest. Anyway, but yeah, and there you go, boss.
Good day.
So let's have a look. See here, weapons wise, so we got Azurite sword. So we do that, and then boss. It's a bit hard to tell in here, but basically the swords are kind of like a bluish kind of, icy kind of blue kind of colour. It's similar to Chilrand, but also slightly a little bit different than Chilrand. But you know, but boss. But as you can see, yeah, they are based off the glass as well. And then if we go down here, now I couldn't buy the apparel because it's very expensive. So just go look. I'll have a look at it again. Actually, you know what? Now I'm not going to show you on this because the way that the glass armor works in the ways of texturing, it differs between male and female. So, say if I bought that and wore that as my character now, that's the coloration that it would be. Whereas if my character is male, it would be these colorations. Because how the glass armor's textures work, the female variant for some reason it can only be retextured as a whole piece, whereas the male variation can be retextured as two individual textures, which is like the trim and the main body. So it looks, I will say, it definitely looks better when it's a male wearing it. But if you like brightly coloured armour, then it'll work well for the female as well. I'm just not going to buy it because I want, you can see it, but I want you to try it. Just for a bit of fun, I decided to put this up here so you can't go in. As you go to open the door, you hear Malaria shouting at you not at the door. Obviously, she doesn't shout at you, but we'll just act like that she does. Alright, so now that you've seen that we've got a whole bunch of new stuff in here, let's go and have a quick look into mine, and then bosh. Alright, so yeah, so also alongside with this, it does add in a new mine, where you can see Azurite ore vein. And now, if I've got my calculated it out correctly, there is a possible chance I haven't, but hopefully I might have. But basically, there should be enough ore veins in here to basically, so you can get enough ore from this slot to be able to make every single piece of Azrael armor and weapons. Because one thing to bear in mind with these ore veins is we will just need to make sure that it is working correctly. Once I can figure out how to get them. There you go. Once I figure out how to get one of them. So as of at the moment, I don't have. I'm trying to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any. There you go. So I don't actually have. Oh, I'm gonna fucking cash that in. Yeah, but I don't have any ore, Azrael ore. Now normally, I think when you mine ore veins in this, you get, I think it's 2. You get 2 pieces of ore. If I can remember correctly, it's 2 pieces. Might be 3 pieces, but I think it's 2. But if I've got this, if I've calculated this out correctly and I've set it up correctly, what's it right? That's level up available. You're not gonna give me. You're not gonna give me the. You're not gonna give me the ore. Why are you not giving me ore? Hold on. Let's get out the pickaxe again, and we will just smack the crap into it. There you go. Okay, why it wasn't working now, I don't know. But there you go. Bosh. Anyway. So as you can see, it said 4. It said it gave me 4, but the way it does its calculation thing, blah blah blah, it's a bit odd. It says 4, but it adds 12. Basically, so it'd be like, oh, it only gave me 4. Don't worry, it gave you more than 4. It gave you 12. It gives you 3 times of 4, basically. And so if do that, it should do that with basically every single one. So we'll smash this one. So it says here, Azrael added 4, nothing else, it's depleted, it's now gone up to 24. So you get a lot. And then, so obviously you got 1 there, 2 there. So adding up the ore, then turn it on in the ingots, and you should have enough ingots to basically create everything from the beginning. If you install this, if you have all the correct materials and the correct perks. If not, you can just buy it or steal it if you want to be an asshole. But anyway, that's it for that one. That's all I wanted to show with that one. Yeah, why that didn't work then for a second, I'm not entirely sure. It might have been a bug with the game, possibly. But either way, that's it. That's it for that one. So that was basically the Azrael update for the Adventurous Weapon Pack version 1. I will be leaving a link in the description below to it as well if you want to try. If you want to have a look at it yourself, if you haven't already installed the mod, where did you go? But yeah, if you haven't installed the mod, there'll be a link in the description for it. And so yeah, that's it. And yeah, and it was made by me, so that's what I'm going to go, oh, it was made by blah blah blah. No. But anyway, that's enough about myself. Who cares about me? But yeah, so that's it. We've had a look at the Helgen Army Anniversary Edition by the 13th Zodiac, as well as a few mods from the City Trees series by Rogue Unicorn. And so that's going to be it for this video. I do have one question for anyone who watches this. I'll know if you got to the end, because this is the only way you're going to be able to tell me is if you make it to the end of the video. If you haven't made it to the end of the video, then I know you didn't get to the end. So, I am looking to do another update to a slightly older mod, or one of a slightly older mod, further down the line, or 2. I'm just taking a short break from mods at the moment, in the way of making them. But I do look time to do an update to. I'm planning to either update the Adventurous Weapon Pack version 2, which is the Magic Edition, or the Adventurous Weapon Pack version 3, which is the Race Pack. So it adds obviously a bunch of new races. And I'm curious, what one would you rather have updated? Would you rather have the Adventurous Weapon Pack version 2, which is the Magic Pack, updated with some more new spells, a few more magic items, and a Mage's Tower? Or would you like the Adventurous Weapon Pack version 3 updated with a few more new races, as well as unique armors and potentially weapons. I'll have to figure on the weapons specifically created for each individual new race. Let me know in the comments below, or if you would rather let me know somewhere else, or want to keep up to date with what the hell is going on with mods that I'm working on in general, you can also find a link in the description below to my Discord, where you can find out what I'm working on, what I'm planning to do, and you can also let me know there which update you would rather have, the Adventurous Weapon Pack 2 or the Adventurous Weapon Pack 3. But right, that's it from me. You know what to do with the general rest of everything else, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And that's it, so I'm not going to go waffle on about that. But I'm done. Time for me to get out of here. So till next time, I'll see you all later.